when last we left off with Slay the Princess. I'm gonna double check that my stream info has changed. But also, we saw the prisoner run, and now we're in the tower. So we haven't even seen the princess and how she looks in this iteration. We've already got our save here, so we're going to explore the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Poke
What are you
it.
talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Oh, it's kind of weird. Like, it's got that shine like it is clear. But I wouldn't imagine, like, if it's got enough grime on it that you can't see past it, I don't think it would have this shine.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Broken, you really need a hug, don't you, buddy? It's okay. I would hug you if I could. Let's see, why is the narrator so snarky? Because that's just how he is that bitch. But, last time we got the prisoner ending, and we ended up getting locked up next to her and just waiting for the entire cabin to crumble around us. She got schlorped by a bunch of arms, and then we went through some of the similar actions that would have led to the prisoner run, except those options were then grayed out so that we wouldn't repeat it. And we ended up here, which, from the other options that we had to do, where we had to stab her. The narrator took control of our body. Gonna take the knife.
Take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Let's go. Now her form, to my understanding, changes.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
How fucking huge are these steps? What, is she a fucking giant now? Are we gonna be Jack and she's the fucking beanstalk? What the fuck?
This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh, fuck yeah! We'll witness you. Seem like David versus Goliath. Yeah, that's a good comparison, Hex. Also, I'm voting now. She's either a giant or she is a dragon, and I'm voting dragon.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
We'll witness her with the sexing, am I right? As soon as, well, I don't know about the sexing, but I would definitely like to take her out to Waffle House.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Well, she would fit right in. It's where all the SCPs go for breakfast at 3 a.m.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Down we go.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Kai? What do we see?
The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Damn! Okay, I wasn't hedging a vote on goddess, but alright, let's go. Let's see, and speaking of SCPs, have I shown you this friend of mine, his friend of a friend of mine stream? One I think is like a fae trying to steal souls? I do not believe you have, no.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
This chain is still here.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
He wants a save.
You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
I am not stabbing her.
Drop it.
No! Beep. You might have broken, but you ain't breaking me, lady.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp.
Well,
It clatters uselessly to the floor.
never mind then.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Oh, and your bitch ass is the one that made us stab her. Really? Fucking really? The illusion of choice, yeah. But also, like, how funny, Mr. Narrator, that sometimes you have total control over the situation and then sometimes you fucking don't. Fuck you!
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Broken, do we... I feel like we should, like, when everything is said and done, take you to a shelter, maybe get you some therapy. You don't sound okay, dude.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs
Oh,
buckle,
shit.
and your knees hit the floor.
I don't think that knife will do jack. Yeah, no, it's not gonna do anything. He's shrimping, yeah, well, no. There is actually, from what I have seen, there is a voice that is an actual simp. And I'm hoping I can get the run where he speaks. I hope I can hit that. I want to see where he pops up.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Kind of echoes something that the amalgam said.
It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Look, you might, I don't know, have some legitimate, like, psychic SCP power goddess shit going on, but I don't know if that's actually gonna work this time, lady.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right. We've been here before.
Yes, we have. Although not quite at this angle. This close to her feet. I hope you watched. I know you're like down here or something, but maybe use your goddess powers for that.
And we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
No! That is most assuredly not what I feel, Broken. I don't even have the knife, Hex. It's not in my paw. I feel attraction. I feel nervousness. I feel concern. But I don't feel that she is inevitable.
He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her?
No, she made us close to the floor where the knife is. Yeah, but I don't think she's going to allow us to grab it.
Well, I'll be damned. That's not good.
No, it's not, narrator.
Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Shit, it really is David and Goliath. We're going to save. 'Cause even if they say that there's no premature ends, I want to be able to go through all the dialogue. I have questions.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Hey, Chevalier, welcome in. Oh, so we could just like straight up pledge ourselves to her.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I think we're only going to have the choice to pledge. And I'm still paranoid about the options, so...
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Yeah, genuinely curious. What are they made of? Are like the same kind of fetter that holds Fenrir uptight?
Don't be rude. Of course she can.
Broken. She is a grown-ass woman. She can answer for herself.
It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I The destruction and genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
Yeah, big X to doubt vibes.
The song of you being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
It's really weirding me out that her fucking hands are so fucking big. Like, from a perspective deal, I understand the feet taking up so much space, but why are her hands so big? Like, the perspective feels a little wonky in an unsettling way, but she is supposed to be greatly distorted, so it does work in that. Let's see, dialogue option. Hey, baby wants to hit a Waffle House. I mean, that would be my line. Say hands equal power. I guess.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
I mean, part of me just wants to go, no, I'm not doing it. Let's see, she's talking a lot, but like, I'm not seeing a ton of proof. From what I remember of the demo, she definitely has the power to fucking do it. Like, she is reality bending, and this is just one iteration of her capability to do so. I mean, for fuck's sake, she's floating. And she's got a breeze going in a room where there is no breeze. If she's doing that all for theatrical effect, she's probably got something else. But this pants hacks. I mean, she just might, and you don't want that broken. This shit sounds like an actual bone snapping. It's awful. Do I go the petty and spiteful route, or do I go the simp route? I like spite. Johnny Bravo, hey baby, ever hooked up with a bird before? Oh dear. Fuck it. We'll hook up. Well, she'll hook up with a bird. We are like legitimately a bird person. Poke.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Look, lady, this is a love story. Eventually, we have to get your ass out of here and have a happily ever after. You hear me? I don't like it, but this is a stepping stone on the way to it. So don't get too big for your britches. I don't care if I am small compared to you right now. Yeah.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
Bruh.
Bird, it's Slay the Princess, not Lay the Princess. Too bad! We're gonna lay in bed, we're gonna watch movies, have popcorn, it's gonna be a cozy ass time.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
Chevalier, that was so well timed. I'm gonna make that into a short, and it's going to be fucking blocked in some areas and copyright struck in others, but it's worth it.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
We ain't got much of a choice in the matter, narrator, because in case you haven't noticed, she can override our autonomy just like you can, you son of a bitch.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me.
Oh, that's just the narrator, don't mind him.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh no.
Ah!
Narrator! I generally don't like you, but what the fuck, are you okay, man?
Rise, my little bird.
What did you do to him?
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Oh fuck.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Well, so much for the narrator's autonomy. He gets to know what it feels like in this run. Fucking not like I was ever gonna go the Spiteful route anyway. I wanted to. Part of me did want to. But at the same time, like, my brain is going, this guy must have some semblance of remembrances of this person. Because, like, it keeps bringing him back to her.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Oh, dude! We get shoulder rides! Hell yeah!
Nothing. And then, everything.
Okay. Your obedient servant. Oh, there she goes! Pledge your loyalty to your better. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nah, she won't do that.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Oh, we got some new dialogue here. Let's see, it's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. I don't want to look at us.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. A mercy.
Oh no, not that. Say silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. Oh. To the cabin. Oh, damn.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Yeah, I would say so. You got a giant-ass vessel. You can't really call this one fragile, can ya?
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Like, oh yeah, here we go. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Huh.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
This makes me wonder exactly how many endings there could be to this game, then.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Ah, yeah, here we go, because, like, you didn't say anything. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart.
Oh.
Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
see, what do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've heard them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any requests for what you want me to bring?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Ah.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
How many more do you need?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay, so we're gonna need a shit ton more water. See, who was it that said we are not chained to gods nor masters? The fuck if I know, Hex.
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Nah, don't be sorry. Alright, let's go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
A dominant vessel. Bring the tower to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Nothing new to
You
really
make your way
say.
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
In we go. I know the route I want to try next.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
Nope, we're going in without it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
It feels like this has a lot more dialogue added to it compared to other routes.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Don't you mind that narrator. Lie. No. Let's just continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Hello! Welcome in! The great he-goat, and yes, this game. I've been enjoying it greatly. We just finished the tower. So now we're going to whatever this route's gonna end up being.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk a bit first. Do a save.
Okay.
Let's see, what's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
Because, like, when we've talked to her before, she gets really hoity-toity with us. How does she approach this when we don't have any weapon?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Adventure time intensifies. We'll not push the matter. I'm not keeping her locked away. I don't want to do that. No. Well, not was she a weeb now? What do you mean she a weeb now? Is it because she got the big googly anime eyes? Nah, she always been like that. Fuck it, we're going this route.
You're only making this more difficult.
Fuck you, narrator. This is a love story. And very clearly, she is supposed to be our love interest, or at least a part of our love interest. We're getting her out of here! Fuck you! The juicy eyes.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
But they are bigger now. Kind of. It changes depending on the run you're in.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
She is a part of a collective harem. She's a part of a collective consciousness.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Do you have any ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
That is
She
an
offers
option.
the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh no!
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Narrator, you son of a bitch!
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Shut up, narrator! Now, I've actually got some theories rolling in my head already about what's going on here. Because the tower, we saw her in a sort of like goddess-esque form with reality-bending properties, or at least like a hint of it, because like every time we go through a different run, she appears in a different form. Now, the narrator can alter the world around us. Because he shut the door on us, he's locked us in here, he has made us try to kill her. Like, he can force us to do whatever he wants within reason. But I am led to believe that he is still essentially a part of us. That much like the perspectives that we're giving the amalgam, we are broken ourselves and are trying to recollect ourselves. So we're both trying to form ourselves back together, and what the end result of that's going to be, I'm not sure yet.
Easier for whom?
Meta harem!
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Daggone.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. I'm
Oh,
not
you
sure
got
how
the
it made its way
crazy
down
one.
here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess!
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
So she's got a little blood on her mouth this
You
time.
cut into her flesh.
We all got a little narrator in us, we do. Mine is conspicuously
The
quiet.
blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Sweetie, we may want to, like, cut part of your hem to tie that into a bandage. We don't want you, like, bleeding out before we get out of here.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Like, pick a side of your dress, either the front or the back, or if you want to keep it even, we can go all the way around. Seagull, you gotta eat that. No, I'm not gonna eat her hand.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Let's go to the door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Now, I'm wondering... Well, yeah, we're not getting much of a choice in the matter right now.
What are you doing?
Taking it like a champ. Okay, so because this is a different variation, we can warn her this time. Rub some dirt in there. She'll be good. No.
Stop that.
No.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I'm trying not to.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade! Move the blade!
Oh, I love the little gremlin emote. That's adorable.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Yeah, her eyes have gotten even bigger now. She's almost got like a chibi head.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Fuck you, narrator.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
I appreciate it.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. We weren't gonna use that side of our lungs anyway. I'm sure.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this.
At least she ain't enjoying it either, yeah. Because, like, I'm under the impression that... I'm wondering if it's kind of like she was sealed away in a bid to prevent the end of the world, kind of like how in old myths and legends where humanity will try to avert a disaster only to end up creating the events that would actually end up causing the disaster. Like, for example, Helen of Troy. I forget the king's name, but he married her to prevent a war over her beauty and her hand in marriage. only to end up having everyone come after her as his wife because he had the most beautiful wife in all the kingdoms. Which it isn't really fully how that goes, but yeah.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Don't cry. It's okay. I'll be back soon.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel. Ooh. All right, let's go.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Now, are we gonna get smitten this time because we're on the damsel
You're here
route?
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We'll just proceed to the cabin, cause like, well, no, hang on.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Hey, we got smitten! We got our boy the simp!
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
4 of us? Excuse me? The narrator wants her dead. So it's us, Hero, and Smitten. Who the fuck else is in this cranium?
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
It's hero time!
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
To the cabin!
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Sure, narrator, sure.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Fucking Smitten.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I
do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Shut up and just write poetry in the corner of our brain, okay?
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see how.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Let's see, I'm just thinking through some of the other routes that we've already done. But yeah, no, I think every time we were to come downstairs with the knife, she would be snarky with us because it's like, oh, what, you're here to kill me? But in this one, it's like, nah. Let's see, to blade or not to blade? To mirror or
The
not?
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Aw, man, I didn't.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. But now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Just do a quick brush down with your claws, it'll be fine. And once again, we go without the knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Big bird problems. It's true. But hey, at least he has hands, man. I've only got a beak. It's so much harder with just a beak. But I will say, wall brushes make everything easier.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Smitten, you're getting ahead of yourself there,
Held
buddy.
my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
I know, right? I fucking love Smitten.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
She looks adorable. Look at her.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
I am so fucking thankful that she cannot hear him at the moment. Dear Lord, I hope she can't hear the voices in our head.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Oh, thank goodness.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Fuck damn it,
She
Smitten.
called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Fuck you, narrator. Let them be happy.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
And we didn't even talk through that dialogue. Well, no, we did. Never mind. We did have to, like, go through some of it, because I did hit okay, no, for that, so no. I can't even remember what I've already done. Heck.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, no.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I fucking love the VA.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking it's hero time.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Well, they were gonna end anyway.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Spittin', you're really fucking weird, but I agree with that.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Who needs the world exactly? Who needs a world when she can be our world?
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Yes, which is rescuing the princess. Got it. What happened?
You died, and now we're talking.
I am legitimately curious though, because I don't think the world actually ends when she gets out. Not truly, because every time she gets out, the arms come to collect her, and that marks the end of that world. So, again, I do really think that it's just us recollecting the pieces of ourselves. The world ends when you hit uninstall. Yeah, that's true. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
You're a bean.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Well, they do look a little smaller
What?
this time.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
I mean, we could always see if there's some Dawn dish soap somewhere. That would help slip her hand out.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
No! I refuse! I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Here, let me just block this out. An unsettling extent, actually, is correct. It's not almost. It is rather unsettling.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
You know what, Hero? That is a legitimately good fucking question. Like, does she also have a voice in her noggin? Telling her what to do and say? Huh.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Fuck you, narrator.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Well, I wouldn't say violence entirely. Because, like, it is a violent act, but the narrator wants to stop the world ending. But I get the feeling that if we don't come down here, nothing happens. Bink.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
That's it, Smitten. Hold him hostage.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
I'll lurk so I won't get spoiled. Happy gaming! Thank you for the lurk, Lawfred! And hopefully you can get to play this game soon because it's fun. It's great. Whenever you get to see Smitten, you'll fucking love him. Oh,
Approach
shit.
the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Damn, it really is just sliding off like a bracelet.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Her dress is nice and stuff. Yeah, it really is. It's got like all these extra ruffles. You can see like part of her petticoat peeking out down here. She's got ruffles on her sleeve. Like, it's a really fancy damn dress. It got the poof. That's right.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, darling. Let's get the fuck out of here. We got a Waffle House chair with our name on it.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Aww.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Shut up, narrator.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
I ideally go to the Waffle House. Yeah, I like this one. Oh, I guess we could explore. Fuck
Let
it.
me guess. End the world?
Shut up, narrator!
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. Nah. We'll just go with the let's leave. Well, nah. We can figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand,
Aww.
the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Fuck you. The hope of going to the Waffle House with her is gone into full blast, man. Let's go! I know I keep going on about Waffle House, but I fucking love Waffle House. I like waffles. They are delicious. And Waffle Houses are the best. They're like plush and cakey, but also kind of crispy. Seriously, they're the best.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually.
It's fine, narrator.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
And we skip merrily off into the sunset.
We'll mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
That used to be a waffle-only man, but I'm slowly converting to pancakes. Pancakes are also good. They're both very good.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Fuck you, yeah she does. She's getting the fuck out of here.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Narrator!
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
See, there's these really dense pancakes at this Black Bear Diner place, and they're fucking amazing. Aw, jelly.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Fuck damn it, Smitten. I love his dialogue.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Now I want pancakes, I know, right? But also Smitten. Look, she's very pretty, she's very nice, sometimes. She's really cool. But slow the roll, buddy. Let's not call it true love until we've had like 50 dates or something.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Although I guess this is just fantasy 51st dates, isn't it?
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can try open it if we try together. Cause let's do it together.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Also, I love the little detail of like the eye shine is now little hearts.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
Good end.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take
Narrator,
the blade from the table
shut
and slay
up!
her before it's too late.
Not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Oh, dude. If I could mute him, I would. It would make shit so much nicer.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Romantic haze. Your love will set you free. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well. This isn't gonna end well.
A happy ending at last.
Unfortunately, Smitten, it's not destined to last. It was nice seeing you on friendly terms for once, Princess.
We did it. What should we do now?
No, this isn't the real end.
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
No. I'm sorry, dear.
Cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
I don't think we got enough feathers for that, Smitten. Also, thank you for the resub. Thank you for the fish. See, 2 years and a month. That's roughly 26 fish, which also equates to 26 large fries from McDonald's. Fucking A. Man, I want some fries now. But welcome in, Oda. We are playing Slay the Princess. We have gone through the damsel route. And unfortunately now, she is being schlorped. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time you leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I won't be here much longer. Head's absolutely destroying me, sadly. I wanted to pop in, resub, and slay a bot. Hopefully your head feels better soon, though. I'm sorry you got a bad headache going on. See, I'm gonna go get gas station tacos. Just be careful not to get worms, unless they're like Futurama worms. It's gonna be okay.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and cream for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's my left eye again. It's killing me. Oh shit. So you've got like, what is it, like a cluster headache? I wish I had worms that fixed my life. Fucking right. Have worms on the inside, making sure you have good digestion, massaging your muscles so you get fucking swole. Even improving your mental functions. Like, that shit was fucking great. See, I've been eating 7-Eleven for a few months now. I'm sure I'll be fine. Oh, 7-Eleven? Yeah, you should be fine then. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Pat, 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 Smitten. Pat, pat, pat. I'll explain in DMs, but for now I gotta go lay down, close my eyes. You all be safe, okay? Have a good night and stream. Thank you for popping in, and hope you have a good rest of your night and that the headache clears up soon. Or the eye problem clears up soon, whichever one. Pat, pat, pat. I received head pats! Thank you, Oda. See, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The decay, you withered. Oh, fuck. That's not good. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. There she is.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
How can you stand to be a contradiction? What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Let's see, which one is it? Here it is. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
See, it doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No. If anything, well... Let's see... I don't know, I think the amalgam is cool. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Aww. Have you figured out what you'll want when we finished? Master multitasker, yeah, with all them fucking hands. She could do everything at once. The world is her oyster.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
How many more do I
We
need?
will know when we near our destination.
Alright. Let's go.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Ah! The hero and the princess, a loving vessel, bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to slay her.
Skip. Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Let's see. Only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I don't think so. I think the narrator just shit on us instead.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Let's see. I don't care. Good. We shouldn't die. That's what they get for dumping me in the woods. That's me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the characters are in hell. Or some variant of purgatory. Let's see, yeah, well, I guess I just start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever
that one
lived,
bad
as well as for
dungeon master
everyone
be
who ever
like, oh yeah, like, last week I couldn't stop making fucking DM jokes.
will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Yeah, this is some extreme railroading.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Oh.
Wait, what's going on?
So does this mean that they all technically take place in the same world, but in none at the same time? It's a lot of babes, yeah, and a lot of them want to fucking murder us, to be
You're
fair.
stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
So in this instance, she didn't even get out of the fucking... She didn't even get out of the cabin and the world
You're
still
on
ended.
a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here to slay her.
Stay in the woods forever? If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, She will cheat,
There's
and
a
she will do everything in
giant-ass
her power
wall
to
around
stop you from
everything
slaying
now.
her. Don't believe a word she says.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Oh, we have the contrarian now.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind. The cabin interior is
Oh.
a confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
You being contrarian was the first one?
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature.
Oh, this is
Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
kind of trippy.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Contrarian is a dick, but he does present a very valid point.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh ho ho ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Yeah, we've seen weirder shit thus far, so...
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task. We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's
he says the same
definitely a mirror.
thing.
There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Do 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 do. Approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to... This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
So every time we come back to this setting, we are better. But when we go back to the long quiet, we are starting to decay.
But it was there a second ago.
Okay. I legitimately think that this is purgatory. And maybe the hero failed in saving the princess. And this is him going through his own personal hell for what had gone wrong.
Now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
It doesn't want us to... The narrator doesn't want us to see that we're already dead. And much like last time, we're just gonna go without the fucking...
The door to the basement creaks open. revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
The fuck?
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
The fuck
The
is
air
she in
here
here?
has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be such a baby.
MC Escher, yeah.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Yeah, that's just how it's gonna be.
We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Forgot she sounds like a Cosmic Valley girl. Yeah, kinda. Well, we'll go to the right.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Oh.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Oh.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Oh, shit!
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
I like the contrarian. He's a bit of an ass, but he's like, well, may as well be weird, but let's continue on our merry way.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And, why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
That's okay. Sometimes I forget where I am too.
The shadows recede,
Oh.
revealing the princess's face. She's so warm and friendly. It's deception. Don't buy into it.
How strange. So, why are you here?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Hi.
We can do that?
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
Again? Have you been here before?
Yes.
Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew.
Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... Until?
It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
No, let's not. Oh, so we can just like retrieve the blade whenever, I guess. Oh, so they become the same option. What the fuck? Getting weird. Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? Get your mallet! I don't know if the mallet's gonna help this.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Oh.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
There's more of you now.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
Oh. So they just see one version of us, but we're seeing all the other versions of them.
She fractures again.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
How would we even do that? Where would we start?
You could always start by retrieving the blade.
Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs.
Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
One more. One more, cause fuck it, why not?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
Princess. You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
So she doesn't even remember her name at this point. She just knows that she's a princess and that's it.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Not having a name doesn't make them untrustworthy.
But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. You don't think I'm some sort of monster, do you?
No, I don't. Oh!
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
There she is.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Yeah, that's only one thing we can do.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different.
Yeah, it's
You
a weird-ass
experience a
loop.
firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't...
Oh.
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
I think even the narrator is weirded out by this.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
And then he's gone.
falls apart. I think he's gone.
Oh.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it looks it.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
No, but I think I know someone who can.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Just wait a moment. The hands will show up shortly, I'm sure. I'll do my best. And they're all gone. Illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is.
She's gone. And there's that... But it feels so bad. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
It's gonna be okay.
If you say so. You're not messing with us, right?
You'll be fine. in it. The remains you've unraveled. So we were just gradually getting worse and worse. Let's go.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there? There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Well, to be fair, we're not really lasting either, Princess.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
What do you think about this collection of vessels?
These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths and walk. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold.
How about new?
They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay, fair point. See, when you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
So he does. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I find him, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. I would like answers for everything.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves. One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Oh. This is your last chance. Is there anything specific?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay. Let's go.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
I will be here, waiting for you.
What? A spiral vessel. Bring the stranger to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Let's see, we will save that here on page 2. Because it's a little past 9 o'clock for me. The game is giving me a lot to mentally chew on. And I like it. I want more. But more will have to wait until next week.